Chapter 245 Waiting for You. Xue Fanxin's attention was fully on Jiushang. She only wanted to look at his injuries and had no idea that magma was attacking from ahead. It was only when Jiushang made the jump with her that she became aware. Seeing the rock get submerged in lava made her heart uneasy. Fortunately, Jiu was around. Otherwise, she would be in trouble. But his injuries. Jiu, let me see your injuries. Xue Fanxin couldn't care less about other things. She first checked Jiushang's injuries. When she saw that his back was drenched in blood, her heart ached as if it was stabbed by needles. If not for her, Jiu would not have been so grievously injured. Don't worry, it doesn't hurt. It'll be fine in a while. Jiushang endured the pain. Even if it hurt, he had to say otherwise. He did not want Xue Fanxin to be too worried for him, and neither did he want to appear weak in front of her. If he had not been poisoned by the draconic lotus intoxication, restricting his energy, he would not have been so heavily injured no matter how high he fell from. Should he blame this on Xue Beifeng? How can it not hurt when your injuries are like this? Don't force yourself. I'll treat you first. Xue Fanxin was about to take off Jiushang's clothes and treat his injuries on the spot. But unexpectedly, she was pulled back when her hand touched his shoulder. Jiushang did not let Xue Fanxin take off his clothes. He said solemnly, "I don't like to undress outside." Still arguing about this? You're a man, stop acting like a little girl. I don't want you to take off your clothes. I just want to pull your top down so that I can treat your injuries. Hurry. Jiushang did not reply to Xue Fanxin, calling hurry instead. Yes, Shuri knew what Jiushang meant. He stood up, nodding in response. Then, he took out a simple tent from his storage bag and set it up on the spot as quickly as possible. After finishing, he replied to Jiushang, "Your Highness, the tent has been set up." Xue Fanxin was speechless. However, she was concerned about Jiushang's injuries, so she ignored the other details. Jiu, let me help you in. You mind taking off your clothes in front of me too? I'll let you see everything sooner or later. I have to learn to get used to it, so I don't mind. Despite being injured, Jiushang was still in the mood to tease Xue Fanxin. His expression seemed better than before, and his movements were not as slow. Obviously, the injuries on his back no longer had that much of an effect on him. Xue Fanxin was embarrassed by Jiushang's teasing words. Her face flushed red as she glared at him. I'll deal with you later. All right, I'll wait for you to deal with me. Xue Fanxin was even more embarrassed. She decided not to waste her breath on Jiushang and went straight into the tent. Jiushang's mood was uplifted. He happily followed her into the tent. Shuri, Fuyun, and little Lei were all waiting outside. They took out their medicine and treated themselves, also checking the surroundings nearby. As for what the two people in the tent were doing, that was not something they could care about. As subordinates, it was best not to interfere with their master's matters. They had no right or authority to do so. Furthermore, they were a couple to begin with. Even if they did something inside, it was only right and proper. If Xue Fanxin knew what Shuri and Fuyun were thinking, she would definitely be so embarrassed that she would dig a hole and hide in it. Fortunately, she did not know.